Sex during pregnancy can feel quite different from how it felt before. You might worry that sex will harm your baby, but your baby is well protected and sealed off in the amniotic sac and strong muscles of the uterus. You can't harm your baby by having sex. So then, it is okay to have sex during pregnancy unless you are told by your doctor not to do so. Sex has become a top decision in pregnancy for couples during the entire 9 months of the pregnancy journey. But research has shown that sex is safe during the entire journey of pregnancy because your baby is safe in a very good seal with water and also with very good muscles. So it is okay to have sex during the journey of pregnancy. But then again, it is not every pregnant woman that can have sex during the entire journey of the pregnancy. The show is the Pregnacare show, and my name is Dede. Welcome to the show. So for today's episode, we find ourselves at one of the best hospitals in the Greater Accra region with a very beautiful doctor. So we want to know what she does and where she works. Doctor, you're welcome to the Pregnacare show.
Thank you.
Okay.
So I'm Dr. Sharon Saki. I'm a senior medical officer with the Accra Medical Center, which is a 45-bed ultramodern facility which specializes in specialist care and then GP practice, and basically that's what we do here.
Okay. That is Dr. Sharon with us for today's episode. We'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, Dr. Sharon will tell us a lot more on sex in pregnancy. Welcome back. So Dr. Sharon, you want to know, when a woman finds out she's pregnant at any stage, is she okay to have sex till probably she delivers or something? We just want to know, is it okay to have sex when you find out you are pregnant?
Sure, you can have sex when you find out you're pregnant. For starters, where the male organ is going to is different from where the baby is lying. So there's quite like a barrier of protection for the baby. So it's okay to have sex during pregnancy. That is, if you have not been asked by your doctor not to have sex.
Okay.
In certain conditions, sex during pregnancy is contraindicated. So once you are cleared by your doctor, it's okay to have sex.
Okay, so you are telling us that it's not every pregnant woman that can have sex during pregnancy.
Yes,
if I get you right. So what are the exemptions? I mean, which people would not or shouldn't have sex during the journey of pregnancy?
Okay, so for instance, people that, some people that have preterm labor, some people that have their placenta lying a bit lower than usual, others that are bleeding, you know, vaginally, people that are leaking fluid vaginally, I mean, other things. Once you are at risk, your doctor will let you know.
What of a woman who has previous history of so many miscarriages? Could she or could she not?
It
Depends on what causes the miscarriage.
Yes.
Okay. So is there any benefit of sex to the pregnant woman or maybe to the couple as at that stage?
Oh yes, there are so many benefits to for the couple, it will strengthen their bond, you know, you make your partner, both of you try and enjoy each other, and then, you know. And then for the pregnant woman, there are so many things that physiologically, when you have sex, you know, happens. It causes you to relax.
Okay.
It sort of balances out your blood pressures and all that. Once you're healthy, it makes the baby also healthy where it is. So yes, it's beneficial.
But not to the baby.
It is beneficial to the baby as well, because once mom is healthy,
baby is also
exactly
healthy. Oh, okay. So we want to know, during pregnancy, is there an increase or decreased libido, or it varies?
It varies.
Because I've heard cases where a woman will say during her pregnancy, her libido was so high. Some also say they had no desire for sex. You want to find out.
It
how that
varies. In my experience, it varies. There are people who will come to you and tell you that, I mean, because of all the hormonal changes and everything going on, some people would have their edge stronger than usual.
Okay.
Other people too, because of all the discomfort associated with pregnancy, they are really not in the mood. So it varies for everybody, and it even varies for each pregnancy.
See, okay, so it's not like just on the woman base, but on the pregnancy base as well.
Yes.
Okay. I've heard out there, some people used to have this funny saying, I don't know how true it is, so today we want to clear that. They say when you are pregnant and you have sex, you might get pregnant again.
Oh, that's not true.
So how would you explain that?
So when you're pregnant, the minute that fertilization takes place, the wall of the egg, okay, forms a layer that prevents any further fertilization of that egg. So it's done, and then the whole pregnancy cascade kicks in. Once it kicks in, the doors are locked. There's no way another sperm can enter for another pregnancy to take place.
So when you're pregnant and you have sex, there is no way you are going to get pregnant again. Everything is closed, and let's say it's under lock and key, so there's no way you can get pregnant when you have sex in your pregnancy. So this is also another funny question. I don't know whether it's traditional based or religion based. Okay. We want to know, is sex a taboo in pregnancy? Because I think some religion or some cultures do not allow it. They see it as a taboo.
Okay, I'm not sure why they will see it as a taboo, but I can only speak for the medical part. I can't speak on the religious basis and then the cultural basis. But then from the medical point of view, as I have already stated, unless it is contraindicated, sex during pregnancy is okay. Okay, so can sex start labor? Yes, in the latter part of pregnancy.
But not in the early stages?
No. So in the latter part of pregnancy, sex can help, you know, start labor, because when you have sex, certain chemicals are released called prostaglandins, and then also certain chemicals that will just basically go and help in uterine contraction and all that. And you know, if you are at that stage, the least thing will take you off.
Okay. So do you advise your pregnant women at the later stage of pregnancy to have sex?
Yes, that's usually what we preach. Okay. If you want, especially when the baby is taking a bit of time to come, we'll encourage you to have more sex, and sometimes it helps.
Okay, so this is a funny one. Have you had any male coming to complain the wife is not allowing him have sex during the journey of pregnancy? And how do you deal with such males? Because that whole month of pregnancy and he's not been able to have sex with the wife. So how do you deal with that?
So for such, in such instances, you would put both couples together, and then you try to find out why the wife is not having sex with the man. Okay. She may have her reasons. Maybe she's very uncomfortable. Pregnancy, the whole pregnancy journey is not easy, truthfully. So anything that makes the woman comfortable. If she's saying that, oh, she doesn't want to have sex, she may have her reasons. Once she's able to air her reasons out to you, you can strike a compromise and then, you know, try and meet each other halfway. Okay, you can also explain to her why you also need to have the sex and all that. If it's not going to cause any health problems for her, I think every rational woman will compromise at a point.
So our pregnant women out there, try and compromise. Fine, if you can't, that is fine. If you can as well, I don't think you should deny your husband of it. We'll go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll hit the streets for questions from our viewers.
Hello, is a sperm good for baby during a pregnancy?
I'd like to know how vigorous sex should be during pregnancy.
I want to ask, is sex good for earlier pregnancy?
Welcome back. And those were some questions from our viewers on the street. So Dr. Sharon, a viewer would want to know, she's asking if the sperm is good for the baby. She just wants to know if the sperm is good for the baby.
The sperm is good for the baby in that there are certain chemicals contained in sperm, certain proteins and all that is good for the mother. I mean the mother, that seeps into the mother's blood, and then also can get into the baby. You know,
so our next viewer wants to know, is it okay to have sex in the early stage of your pregnancy?
Yes, if there's no reason, if you've not been asked not to, there's no reason not to have sex. It's okay to have sex.
Have sex at any of the stages?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So our last viewer is saying, how vigorous should sex be in pregnancy?
I think it should be to the comfort of both partners. If they are okay with whatever is going on, I think that's fine. But then generally, it shouldn't be too vigorous because you don't want to cause any abrasion or any detachment of the placenta from the uterine wall. Okay. So you should bear in mind that your wife is pregnant, so you should be a bit careful. Yes, exactly. Okay,
so bear in mind that your wife is pregnant. You should be a bit moderate and careful. Dr. Sharon, is sex painful during pregnancy?
It shouldn't be painful. The same way you enjoy sex before pregnancy should be the same way you enjoy sex during pregnancy, unless you have something that is making it a bit more uncomfortable. But then it shouldn't be painful.
It shouldn't be painful. Okay. So should a couple or a woman be worried because she has low libido during pregnancy?
She shouldn't be worried at all.
So it's natural.
Yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible to have a low libido during pregnancy. So you shouldn't worry about that. The most important thing is that you are in good health, your baby is in good health. Usually after the pregnancy, once your hormones balance out, your libido will return to normal. So you shouldn't worry about that.
Okay. So let's go beyond delivery. So after delivery, when is it best okay for a woman to resume to her sexual activity?
Usually they'll say after 6 weeks. That's after the postpartum period. However, if after 6 weeks your wife is not comfortable to start, I think you should give her time until both of you are okay and both of you are comfortable and she feels she's in good health to resume her sexual activities.
That is fine.
Yes.
So will you recommend any sexual positions or any sex position for the pregnant women?
Basically, I would always say anything that makes you comfortable. Obviously, in the 3rd trimester, you cannot be having sex like missionary sex with a man on top and all that because it will make the woman uncomfortable. So usually, during that time, it's best approached from behind. Okay. Exactly. So anything that makes you comfortable, really.
Okay. So there are no wrong or right positions for sex during pregnancy. Just find the one that is comfortable for both of you and enjoy your sex. We'll go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll find out some benefits of sex and those who cannot have sex during pregnancy. Dr. Sharon as well will give us a final word when we come back. Welcome back. Let's look at some benefits of sex during pregnancy. Sex actually helps to boost your mood and makes you much happier. Sex improves your sleep during pregnancy. Sex can ease some discomfort and pain during the journey of pregnancy. And then sex is a great source of physical strength and health during the period of pregnancy. And as well, sex enhances partner bonding. So please, it is okay to have sex. Try as much as possible to have sex during pregnancy if only your doctor has not asked you not to. As well, we are looking at some people or some pregnant women who should not have sex during pregnancy. Avoid sex when you're at risk of miscarriages. Avoid sex when you're at risk of early labor or preterm labor. If you have problems with your placenta or placenta is low-lying, avoid sex. And also avoid sex when your water is leaking. And lastly, avoid sex if you have cramping during pregnancy at your lower part or you have any unexplained bleeding. It is not advisable to have sex during the period of pregnancy. So in all cases, speak to your doctor or your midwife to whether you should have sex or not have sex during pregnancy. So Dr. Sharon, what will be your last word or your final words to our couples out there?
Okay, so my final words would be that sex during pregnancy is not harmful if you have not been asked not to have sex. And so it's okay for couples to go ahead and then enjoy their sexual life during pregnancy. They can have a normal, healthy sexual life in pregnancy.
Please, is there anything you want to tell us about Accra Medical Center?
Yes, Accra Medical Center, as I said already, is a 45-bed ultra-modern facility located opposite the police headquarters on the Ring Road. We have so many services that we offer. Currently, we offer ophthalmology services, ENT, dental. We offer X-rays, we do X-rays, we do MRIs, we do head CT scans. We have internal medicine services, we have surgical services, gynecological services, endocrinology, and various medical disciplines. So please pass by the Accra Medical Center if you want any medical service, and you'll surely be taken care of. Our telephone number is 0204 096 066 0244 096 066. Thank you.
So thank you, Dr. Sharon, for coming on today's episode. We are looking forward to having you on our next episode.
Thank you.
Okay. Our tip for this week is, at the later end of your pregnancy, you're encouraged to have frequent sex, as this will help to start your labor naturally. So thank you for watching today's episode. We talked everything sex, and we find out more reasons why we should have sex or we shouldn't have sex during pregnancy. The show is the Pregnacare Show. You can reach us on all our social media handles at the Pregnacare Show, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Pregnacare Show. My name is Dede. See you next week.